Welcome to the Big Brother Sideshow. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Jokes.
We are in the backyard though with Peter Braun.
That's me.
Yeah, it is. What did you think of the season now that it's all wrapped up?
This season has been amazing. I am so proud to be a part of it, and I think that the house guests all played very different, very intense games, and so I think it's one of the better seasons of Big Brother that I've seen ever.
Even though there wasn't that much drama, fights, cat fights, as much as we got shown, like some people might want a little more drama inside the house.
I mean, I don't think that there was a lack of drama this year. I think there was, in fact, a lot of drama, as you often find within the walls of these crazy structures. And, you know, there was some really interesting gameplay. You had like 2 huge alliances, first 5, sloppy seconds. I mean, I think definitely one of the most unique seasons that I've seen in recent memory, because it was kind of an amalgamation of a lot of other different seasons that all worked together.
Would you consider the Gremlins an alliance or just a pair?
I mean, you know what? Alec and I were considered an alliance, but we were also just 2 friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, I mean, I guess that's an alliance because you're 2 people who are functioning as one. So, yeah, you can call them an alliance, but, I mean, then Sabrina would say that she's a one-woman alliance, and so I guess that's still technically true. But, you know, an alliance is usually 2 people at least.
And what was the biggest game move in the house from your standpoint?
I mean, ultimately, the biggest game move was John recognizing that Netta knew so much about Big Brother, and he aligned himself with her. Ultimately, that got them both to the end of the game. She was able to use him because he won a ton of competitions and was definitely a shield for her. He was always going to be targeted before her. So they used each other. They got to the end. So I think the biggest move was probably made on day 1 or whatever it was when John aligned himself with Netta, or however, you know, she aligned with him. However that happened, that was the move. And it happened so early.
I definitely did not think John had the balls to cut Netta at the end there. If he didn't do that, if he brought Netta to the final 2, what do you think would have played out?
He loses. If John brings Netta to the end, he loses. If Netta brings John to the end, I believe she loses. I think the only way in which they're both guaranteed to win is if they're there with Sabrina. And I think that's what they both would have done, and that's what John did, and he won.
And why do you think that is?
I think the jury probably would have been angry, and everybody does love John, and Netta would be so like, I'm the best, I deserve this, like, you know, she would be so forthcoming with how good she is, and it's true, but I think the jury would react to that negatively and then probably would have awarded it to John.
Nice. And Sabrina, did she have any chance?
Sabrina absolutely had a chance. I would argue that she was, you know, the 3rd best player of the season. I think she played a wonderful game. She should be very proud of herself. And anyone who says that she didn't simply does not understand the game. I get it if you don't like her personality, but she played a great game. She controlled essentially the first half. Netta controlled the second half, but if you invert them, it's like, well, it kind of balances out. Like, I mean, you know, you can't control the whole game. Neither of them did, but I think Sabrina played wonderfully, and, you know, she should be very proud.
Awesome. So we don't know about a season 3 yet, but hashtag fingers crossed, as Arissa said, for season 3. Peter, we'll hope to see you on the sideshow.
Me too, man. Who knows what's going to happen in this crazy world of Big Brother Canada.